Howdy, I'm Haugh, running as a Libertarian for U.S. Senate in North Carolina in 2016. And I've always loved confusing people by never fitting into this silly left-right political spectrum. It's never described most Americans, much less us Libertarians. I mean, seriously, how can you say there's any difference between Democrats and Republicans when the exact same policies of perpetual war and corporate handouts continue completely unchanged, no matter which party controls Congress or the White House? The real political spectrum these days is not left versus right, it's liberty versus authority. If you want to live your life according to your own values, well, then you're on the side of liberty. If you think government should run everybody's lives for their own good and yours, well, you're an authoritarian. I try to avoid pandering as much as possible. I want people to support me because they want to, not because I scared or manipulated them into it. But now, I think it's a good time to make my pitch. If you're a socially liberal and fiscally conservative Republican, you belong with us. If you don't believe me, just ask our vice presidential nominee, former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld. He's one of us, and you can be too. If you supported Bernie Sanders because he's right about how corporations have bought and sold our government for their own benefit against the interests of the people, then hey, maybe you want to give us Libertarians a look. If you like Ted Cruz because you want a government so small that it will let you raise your family according to your own values without having to pay for programs which you find morally wrong, you have a home in the Libertarian Party. If you identify with a minority, any minority at all, then you know the system has always been against people like you and yours. We Libertarians want to change that. If you're just disgusted with the whole process and need a reason to show up to vote, well, I think we Libertarians could give you one. Check us out. And the funny thing, when we all get together in the same room and leave our labels at the door, we just might find that we have a whole lot more in common than we thought we did. It's time for those of us who would choose freedom and constitutional values and who reject the self-appointed masters of both left and right to come together across party, political, and cultural lines. We are happy to provide you a true political home in the Libertarian Party. I'm Haugh, and I'll have a beer with anybody who will live and let live.